Jesus to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders and apostles of JMS who go well, Shalom to the elect. I was watching the Big Brother non-stop on the block, who used to be formerly known what's it, GMS Enduring Branch, and he was talking about, this society basically being a congregation of the dead. Now if you walk around, let's I looked up the word earlier. Well, let's just look it up again, because when you go around and you're around these people, you actually realize these people are actually dead. And if you look into let's look into what alive is first off, because if you actually look into the definition of it, you realize these people are actually dead by the true definitions of the word. What's alive? Alert and active, animated. So when you're alive, you're alert, you're aware of what's going on around you, you're active, you have energy. When you're dead, by the definition of it, is characterized by a lack of activity or excitement. Absolutely, completely. So these people are absolutely and completely dead in the mind. They're absolutely and completely stupid. Let's before I even elaborate on that, I was actually looking up something else, and this came up. It said distracted walking, a major pedestrian safety concern. It said distracted driving is a well-established problem, so much so that many states currently have bans in place when it comes to using technology while driving. But the problem of distracted walking is a relatively new one. Each year, more and more people are injured as a result of texting, talking, or listening to music while on their cell phones, and they're just walking. And while we might laugh at the woman who falls into the fountain while texting, or the man who walks into a wall while texting, the problem of distracted walking is a very real and serious one. Now, you have to realize, Babylon is a complete degenerate place for this to be a problem. People can't even walk. That's how stupid the people here are. According to data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, nearly 5,000 pedestrians were killed. And it is funny, it's hilarious. Nearly 5,000 pedestrians were killed and an estimated 76,000 injured in traffic collisions in the United States in 2012. That's one death every 2 hours and an injury every 7 minutes. While it's not clear how many of these are a result of distracted walking, the total rate of pedestrian fatalities compared to the overall road deaths is getting worse each year. Now, let's get the scripture, because this just popped into my mind, and I just wanna get it before I lose it. I prefer the King James Bible, in all honesty. And this is John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. And it also, there's a scripture. Hang on, is it here? I should have it. Hang on. This is Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So the beginning of wisdom, intelligence is the fear of the Lord. But these people, they don't understand, these basic things, so they're just dumb as hell. And you can see in how they are that they're completely stupid and dead in the mind, because they're not alert to what's going on. Not only are they not alert to what's going on around them, they're not alert to what's going on in the news, what's going on economically, what's going on socially. These people are completely oblivious to the things that are going around, and they're completely distracted, and they're easily manipulated. It says here, the issue has become such a problem that some towns such as Fort Lee, New Jersey, has banned texting while walking. So people are so stupid, they've actually made it a law that you can't text while walking. If caught texting while jaywalking in that town, violators face an $85 fine. In London, England, some lampposts have been padded in order to protect the large number of people using their mobile phones while walking. Even New York City has lowered the speed limit in some areas as a way to help cut down on the number of pedestrian injuries. Arkansas, is it Arkansas? I'm not American. Illinois and New York have all tried unsuccessfully to ban using a mobile phone while walking. So they've tried it. It just shows you that a lot of the laws that people, and I've always theorized this, a lot of the laws that people make is actually because of human error and human stupidity. For example, the speed limit in this country is 20 miles in suburban areas, and 30 miles in less congested areas, going up to 40 miles, on carriageways where you don't have a lot of pedestrians walking. But the speed limits will probably be higher if people actually had the intelligence to be able to control their vehicle. Even the other day, somebody, to be fair, I was going a little bit faster than what is normally allowed, but I wasn't racing. I was just in a rush because I have a job and my job is driving. And some dude banked, like he was crossing the road. First off, he should look left and right before he crosses the road. And anyone that drives realizes a lot of the time when you're driving, people just walk into the road. They don't even look left and right. To the point where when I'm walking and I look left and right and I stop, drivers are actually surprised. I can just see the expression on their face that they're surprised that I'm actually aware that they're there. And then usually they let me go anyway because they expect them to stop, because people just walk across the road. They don't even check. I've seen this dude, coming across the road, and I know from his speed and the speed I'm going that I'm not going to hit him. So I've slowed down to turn left. And this dude's banging on my vehicle telling me to slow down. These times, I've not even hit you. So what are you telling me to slow down for? Why don't you look where you're going? He was shocked that I came out of nowhere. These times, you should have realized I was coming. Because if I'm speeding, you should hear the engine. You should hear the wind. You should be aware that I'm there. But these people are so friggin' stupid. It's like they want to look at you for what you're doing wrong instead of looking at what they're doing wrong. So he's hit the vehicle, and I've come out. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Do you want to hit me and see what happens? It's some fat Edomite. I don't know why. He just vexed me. Because I'm like, why are you hitting my vehicle? Like, why are you hitting the vehicle that I'm driving? Telling me to slow down. I didn't hit you. You know what I mean? But these people, they're so... It's like they follow the law. They don't even realize a lot of these laws are made up because people are stupid. Common risks associated with distracted walking include injuring someone else, trips, sprains, strains, fractures, cuts, bruises, broken bones, concussions, brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, death. So these people are just, it's just like they're the walking dead, as the elder was, the big brother was talking about. But I don't know if I'll be able to read all of that. But it says in 2008, more than 1,000 people were injured seriously enough to seek medical attention at the emergency room as a result of texting and walking. Double the year previous, which was double the year previous as well. So these people are just friggin' stupid. Because when I'm on my phone, I tend to look at my phone and then look up and then look back down on my phone. So I'm not just looking at my phone. It's like I try to be aware of what's around me. These people, and I'm sure anyone in the truth, or anyone who's who's really into the scriptures, you actually realize that these people are just completely devoid of just any level of intellect. It's like they're in their own world. They're not considerate of what's going on around them. It's like they exist in their own world, completely oblivious to what's going on around them, and it's freaking dangerous. Not only that, it's very inconsiderate, because it's like you act like you're the only person in the world. This is one of the reasons why the Lord needs to actually come back and destroy this place, because these people are just complete degenerates, man. I talk about it often. Even when I go gym, how these people act in the gym is just, they're just degenerates, man. They'll put the weights back where they're not supposed to be. They leave their stuff lying around as if it's the gym member staff. It's like the gym staff's job to clean up after them, and it's not. Because even in the gym that I go to, they actually got rid of all the cleaners. And these people have no. It's like they have no decorum. They have no consideration of people around them. Even at work, I went to use a toilet. This dude, when he came, he took a piss, and he just walked out. He didn't even wash his hands. I'm in a company where it's like we deal with food. Some of the stuff we deal with is food stuff. So you don't wash your hands and you're touching people's food. And I just had to look at. I just realized this guy was just a reprobate, man. Scientists call the phenomenon inattentive blindness. well, call it what it is, it's stupidity, saying that the human brain has evolved to only be able to adequately focus attention on one task at a time. So when you're texting or talking on the phone while trying to walk, you cannot give your full attention to both tasks. And that's, that you're ignoring what it truly is. These people, they don't, it's like they're not alive. This, as it says, the spirit of quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. We were surprised to find that talking and texting on a cell phone was so disruptive to one's gait and memory recall of a target location, wrote Eric M. Lamberg, PT, EDD, co-author of the study and clinical associate professor, Department of Physical Therapy, School of Health Technology and Management, Stony Brook University. People really need to be aware that they are impacting their safety by texting or talking on the cell phone, he added. I think the risk is there. And screw their safety. You need to be aware that you're impacting other people's safety and you're affecting other people's lives. Even a place where I'm at now, before when I got there, some dude actually hit a woman and she was crossing the road. And there was a zebra crossing, like not even 10 meters. I think they tried to do him for attempted murder, but they dropped the charges because at the end of the day, she shouldn't have been crossing there. He was going faster than he should have. He was driving like 60 miles an hour. I don't drive 60 miles an hour. You know what I mean? That's way too fast. But it's like, they'd find him guilty of that when she should have looked left and right. It's like, you can't look left and right and see that there's a speeding friggin' vehicle coming towards you. And whenever I make a mistake, it's like, I'll apologize, I'll say sorry. But it's like, these people, they'll make a mistake and they act like you're at fault. No, let me just
with that, bro. And one of the biggest things I did, this is the biggest of them all in 2020, is I'm not emotionally moved by anything that's going on in the world. So what I'm not even into politics at all, but I did notice how Bro could tweet and the whole world going uproar. I do a lot of business in China. Like, he was even messing up my shipments from China's way out the door.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's just create some products, leverage it with his likeness, and run it up, bro. Like, literally, the AC dude came to my crib probably like 2 months ago. Yeah. And like on the way out the door, like patted me on the back and was like, "Man, I didn't know who you were the first 2 times I came, but I saw your website." Like, old white dude, like 70, probably 67 years old. He's like, "I love Trump, man. I'm mad they got him out of there." And in my head, I'm like, bro, I don't give a damn about Trump. This is business, but cool. And he told me straight, he's like, "When I get home, I'm ordering mine, man." Because he asked me, like, "You got it?" I'm like, "No, I'll keep it in my crib." He's like, "Cool, when I get home, change it." But that was one of the biggest game changers, just learning how to pull a him on him, like, good game changer.
See, when you're stupid, you can be like easily manipulated by others. He was just manipulating stupid people. He said, and I'm not gonna play the full thing. He had products to sell, and he was calling it, the Donald Trump pack or whatever, and people would buy into it because, there was such a buzz around Donald Trump that people would buy his products because it was associated with Trump. Now, basically, this dude is manipulating you. You gotta be friggin' stupid to be manipulated by some dude like that with tattoos on his face, man. I mean, come on. 1 Corinthians 2:6, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. So all of that stuff, you manipulating people to get your money, it doesn't mean anything, because unless you have the wisdom of the scriptures, you really don't know what's going on. I mean, at the end of the day, you can make your money, but why the hell are you going to tattoo in your face when the Lord tells you not to mark your skin? So you might have wisdom of this world to make money, but you don't have the true wisdom. You don't really know what's going on. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So money is a defense, but money don't give you life. Money's not going to, save you in a day where money doesn't mean anything, but wisdom will allow you to be able to go through it. And it's there's a saying that people are 9 meals away from rioting or turning on each other. But if you're wise, you're gonna fast. You're gonna look after yourself, so that your spirit is gonna sustain you. Because these people are carnal, they're not gonna be able to do that. They miss a couple meals and they're going to be wilding out because they don't actually have the wisdom of the scriptures. So all they have is the carnality, and that's not true wisdom. That's not that's not anything, man. You know, that's pretty much it. I wanted to get more, but I can't go over 15 minutes. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahshai, double honest to the elders and apostles of Jim, well, shalom to the elect.